Welcome to Psych with Sigmund, where we delve into the fascinating world of psychology and explore the lives and works of influential minds who have shaped our understanding of human behavior. Today, we're going to talk about Jane Loevinger, a pioneer in the field of psychology whose groundbreaking research on ego development has had a lasting impact. Jane Loevinger was born in 1918 in St. Paul, Minnesota, and grew up in a family that valued education and intellectual pursuits. Her father was a professor of philosophy, and her mother was a writer, which exposed Jane to a wide range of ideas and perspectives from an early age. As a child, Jane was curious and introspective, often spending hours reading and thinking about the human condition. Jane's interest in psychology began during her undergraduate studies at the University of Minnesota, where she was introduced to the works of Sigmund Freud and other prominent psychologists of the time. She went on to pursue her graduate studies at the University of California, Berkeley, where she earned her PhD in psychology in 1949. It was during this period that Jane began to develop her theories on ego development, which would become the hallmark of her career. So, what exactly is ego development? Simply put, ego development refers to the process by which we develop a sense of self and learn to navigate the complexities of human relationships. According to Jane, ego development involves a series of stages, each characterized by increasingly complex levels of cognitive, emotional, and social functioning. Her theory posits that as we mature, our ego evolves through a series of stages, from a primitive, impulsive stage to a more advanced, integrated stage. Jane's research on ego development was groundbreaking because it challenged traditional views of personality development, which tended to focus on fixed traits or characteristics. Instead, Jane's work emphasized the dynamic and adaptive nature of human development, highlighting the ways in which our experiences, relationships, and environments shape our sense of self over time. One of the key contributions of Jane's work is her concept of the ego stage, which refers to a specific level of ego development characterized by a unique set of cognitive, emotional, and social ability. For example, at the conformist stage, individuals tend to prioritize fitting in with others and avoiding conflict, whereas at the individualistic stage, they begin to assert their own identities and values. Jane's research on ego development has had a profound impact on our understanding of human behavior and relationships. Her work has been applied in fields such as education, counseling, and social psychology, where it has informed strategies for promoting healthy development, improving relationships, and enhancing overall well-being. Despite the significance of her contributions, Jane's work was not without its criticism. Some researchers have argued that her theory is too broad or too narrow, failing to account for individual differences or cultural variations in ego development. Others have suggested that her stages are not as discrete or linear as she proposed, but rather represent a more fluid and dynamic process. In response to these criticisms, Jane's work has undergone significant revisions and refinements over the years. Her theory has been expanded to include new stages and substages, and researchers have developed new methods for assessing ego development. Today, Jane's work remains a cornerstone of psychological research, with ongoing studies exploring its applications in fields such as neuroscience, anthropology, and sociology. So, how does Jane Loevinger's work impact our everyday lives? For one thing, her theory helps us understand how we develop a sense of self and how that sense of self evolves over time. It also highlights the importance of self-awareness and reflection in personal growth and development. By understanding Jane's stages of ego development, we can gain insights into our own strengths and weaknesses and develop strategies for promoting healthy ego development. In fact, her work has implications for a wide range of areas, including education, mental health, and social relationships. For example, teachers can use her theory to design interventions that promote healthy ego development in children, while therapists can use her stages to help clients identify areas for personal growth and development. As we look back on Jane Loevinger's remarkable career, it's clear that her contributions to psychology have had a lasting impact. Her theory of ego development has stood the test of time, and her legacy continues to inspire new generations of researchers and practitioners. That's all for today's Psych with Sigmund. If you enjoyed learning about Jane Loevinger, make sure to like, share, and subscribe.